White boy,
Yo,
What's up?
man. I told you about the Pacers, dog.
you said
Let's
what?
get into it. Let's get into the finals. He said, let's
Well,
start
hold on.
running.
What you say?
Bro, Haliburton was a front runner who depends on his role players and steals their credit.
Oh, I mean, say man.
No, you can't say now.
No,
Now is
I'm
old.
not. I'm not on that level as you with it. Like, I mean, yeah, he come and make the clutch shot, so I see why you would say that. But it's like, I don't know. I mean, it's like at the end of the day, we still like, yeah, he be having the big moments, but we know who the best player's been on that team. Like real ones know who the best player's been on that team. Like it's no debate. Like yeah, he's the one that's he's the light skin that's just gonna that looks good for the camera. Because I'm sorry, nobody wants to look at Pascal Siakam's ugly ass.
Pascal
If we just
Siakam.
if we gonna keep it a buck, Pascal Siakam, he's a baller, he a hooper, but I don't want to see that face as my face of my franchise.
Man, hot take. Pascal Siakam becomes a top 5 power forward if he wins this chip championship.
Oh, stop it. That is absolutely egregious work.
That's not egregious at all. And I'll back it up.
That nigga ain't better than Rashard Lewis, man.
Now you tripping, dog.
Nah.
But I did want to say this because I don't think the thing with Siakam, bro, what's they gonna have an NBA 100? Y'all think they gonna do the NBA 100? You say he get a championship, he might
they're gonna do
that.
a 100.
He might make that. That's what's on the that's what's on the line for him, man.
He gonna be a 2-time.
I mean, if he were to get another chip with the Indiana Pacers and get a Finals MVP, I definitely think he can be in the conversation with top 100 because there's a lot of dudes in there that just got accolades but no chips. And I understand he ain't been on all NBA teams all year. I don't know shit. I'm pretty
He's
sure
been on a few all
I know he's been on a few of them, but I'm talking about like how you just got some of them dudes that don't got chips. Like Melo got multiple, Harden got multiple, Westbrook got multiple. But even with Harden and Westbrook, they both got MVPs, so it's like they just kind of automatically gonna be on there. But I think if he gets a chip with Indiana, I feel like he's clearly gonna be the Finals MVP. I mean, shit, we saw he just won the Eastern Conference Finals MVP. He would have won Finals MVP if they would have won. I mean, he's the best player on the Pacers. The only way that Tyrese Haliburton would have won is just by popular vote. And ain't nobody really watching the games.
Yeah.
So okay, I can agree with that, the NBA 100. But even if he don't win it right now, I still think he gonna be borderline. Yeah. So my thing is, I think the biggest storyline here, it has to be Tyrese Haliburton was getting more credit than he deserved. This was one of the worst games I've seen somebody that was a so-called star player play, and they damn near won. And I've been telling you all about TJ McConnell.
I don't know, bro. I really don't think he's because if he was getting more credit than he deserved, he would have got that conference finals MVP. So that's why I feel like that right there kind of
you're
saying.
I'm talking about by the media.
That is true.
I mean, shit.
We know.
I'm not gonna hold you. I mean, the media is so back and forth with him, bro. It's like when he does them shots, okay, they covering for the shots, but it's like you do have them that do. I mean, because ESPN shit come across everybody's timeline, and everybody else that got a podcast and want to talk. I do hear people that they give him his credit on making the shot when it needs to be made, but they do also point out the other 46 minutes of the game. It's like that shit can't be ignored. It's like, yeah, you came in and did what you were supposed to do when it was supposed to happen, but then it's like, nigga, like I said, we appreciate it, but we gonna go back, we gonna look at that box score, and we gonna see who the real nigga was on the team, which is exactly why he didn't get that MVP. And I mean, you seen it. Everybody seen it on his face. He thought he was going to get his name called just based off of heroics alone. That's the only way he was going to win that shit last series. But
everybody say he don't play because he don't play
what they was doing, and the right person got the Eastern Conference Finals MVP.
Okay, that's cool. Do y'all think he's selfish though? Because did y'all hear his last press conference where Rick Carlisle, well, he said he talked. Rick Carlisle talked first, then he talked. Rick Carlisle said he insisted he come back in the game. The game where T.J. McConnell was killing Tyrese Haliburton.
I feel that on, if you want to try to say Tyrese Haliburton was selfish, but at the same time, dog, I feel people that want to blame Haliburton, but that's you got to put a little bit more onus on Carlisle, bro. You got to put a little bit more that at the end of the day, nigga, like, yeah, your player can tell you all you want to, but nigga, at the end of the day, you can snatch that nigga if you want to. What he gonna do? Tell you no? No, he gonna come sit his ass down.
So we all agree T.J. McConnell should have played.
He should have played more. He should have played. If T.J. McConnell, I don't see, because I don't mind if Tyrese was in the game, but he shouldn't have been in there as much. You know what I'm saying? Because as he's in it, like, yeah, you're facilitating and you're doing stuff for others, but you're still turning the ball over and making just goofy mistakes. So it's like, now I have to look at it like, okay, your little couple assists here and there is not going to do me better than what T.J. McConnell's been doing, because, like, really, bro, they've been disrespecting that nigga. They want to keep leaving. They keep wanting to leave that nigga open a 3-point line. Guess what? He gonna shoot that motherfucking pistol.
And Chris, did you see Chris's message in the group chat? He said, "Oh, they got T.J. McConnell. They'll be all right." T.J. McConnell accounted for 18 goddamn points in the third quarter.
I said that.
Chris was disrespecting McConnell.
I try to be, and I said, "This dude killing it. He don't bring it back."
So
and that's what I'm saying. T.J. McConnell definitely should have got a lot more minutes in the fourth quarter. I mean, and then it's like, like I said, I'm gonna put more onus on the coach, because at the end of the day, you tell his ass to come sit down, he's gonna come sit his ass down. Because it's like, yeah, Tyrese, I mean, at the end of the day, that's the kind of mindset that I would expect anybody that I'm rooting for to have. Like, now, nigga, try to play. But as a coach, if you see that he's doing you more bad than good, pull his ass.
Okay.
I get all that. Yeah, they got it within 5. But that don't mean leave him out there, because he didn't do nothing to get y'all there.
Facts. Okay. The Pacers, are they dead in the water, or do y'all still think they got a chance? And then we got to talk about OKC side.
I think Pacers.
I think they got a chance to win Game 6, but I don't. I think they have a chance to make it interesting and take it to 7 games. But it's real hard for me to say that they can win 2 games in a row right now. It's real hard for me to say they can win 2 games in a row.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't see them winning 2 games in a row. I can see them winning next game for sure.
Indiana.
But yeah, I can see them winning in Indiana.
Y'all too nice. It's over.
They play better in Indiana. I mean, it's just a fact.
That sound good. That shit over, bro.
Niggas, I'm saying if let's because the only reason why I'm saying is this last game really could have been won by these niggas, bro. Even with Tyrese Haliburton playing as shitty as he did, they could have won the game if they just made simple changes as far as sitting his ass down. They can still be beat.
The game, they wasn't finna win that game.
DJ, you
telling me McConnell turned into goddamn Chris Paul.
Hold on. So they lost by what? You telling me you don't think they could have won a 9-point game? Because that's how much they lost by. What, like 9? You telling me if TJ McConnell stays in the hold on. You telling me if TJ McConnell stays in the game, they don't at least have a chance to win that game? And I know it's crazy to try to put something on TJ McConnell. I know it sounds crazy.
They had a chance.
You watched the same exact game I watched yesterday. You watched the same exact game. They pulled him with the second unit and put Tyrese Haliburton back in the game when TJ was going off. You leave TJ in the game, we may be having a different story, a different conversation. I'm not saying they would. I'm just talking about last game.
The game was over in the second quarter. TJ McConnell made it.
It was not. No, they literally had it down to 2 at one point.
But that's what just because the team starts coming back, don't mean they. Did y'all ever feel like the Pacers was finna win that game?
Bro, I feel like
it's a close game.
When they were down by 5, they would have had. When they were down by 5 in the fourth, they were down by 5 in the fourth.
Yes, it was.
It was close. They were down by 5 in the fourth quarter. They were down by 5.
I never was watching a game feel like the Pacers really was gonna win. I was hoping they was making it close, so I could watch a better game. The first half they was getting smacked, man. That third quarter by TJ McConnell was the only thing. Then Pascal Siakam started kind of getting going, but I never felt like the Pacers was going to win. I felt like they
biggest mistake
when your best players playing like that. Y'all remember when
But that's what I'm saying. When your best players are playing like that,
so how can you feel like they was gonna win? You can't never feel like the Pacers gonna win a game like that if Tyrese Haliburton is playing like he was playing, bro.
That's why I said if you sit his ass down and let TJ play more, they probably could. Bro, Indiana just one of them teams. I'm sorry. As much as I'm like, again, I'm not one of them niggas that said Tyrese is overrated. I rate him exactly where he needs to be. They could have probably won that game if he didn't come back. I'm just gonna keep it a buck. If he didn't come back, I would have had more hope in them winning that game without him. That's just how I feel about it. His 4 free throws is not going to make a big difference. TJ McConnell is going to make the difference for me. Everybody else is going to make a difference for me. Somebody else that would have been able to have the ball in their hands other than Haliburton would have made the difference for me.
I feel like they was dead in the water. I feel like they dead in the water going into game 6. I feel like this is a OKC's favor. And I want to talk about OKC. Jdubb is officially at the party, bro. He literally hasn't been bad in like since game 1. So he done had 3 really good games in a row. Chris, why are you looking like that? What? Because now I want to hear you guys like, what? You said Chet was better too. So what?
They did not guard Jdubb. They did not care about Jdubb being out there.
Shea had 30. I'm pretty sure Shea had 34. Jdubb had 40. So they just like, oh, you can have 40.
Times he was left wide open. He had just Olay to the rims. Like, be for it. Now I give him credit. He did show his tail. Russell Westbrook got more points in the finals than him, and as OKC Thunder, by the way. Anyways,
he did.
Jdubb showed his tail, but if we're being honest, like, Pacers were not guarding him. They did not try. The defense was actually very bad. But Jdubb, I will give him credit for being
That sounds like an Indiana problem.
It is.
I was just gonna say, like, what is Jdubb did wrong in there? But keep going. Go ahead.
Jdubb for being relentless. I credit Jdubb for putting his will on that game and ensuring that they walked out of there with that victory. I do stamp him for that. So in that regard, I have to give it up. Jdubb for now is better than Chet, and I will not argue that.
Hold on,
white boy, we heard it. What'd you say? Go ahead.
For now.
See, no, because I guess this is the shit I was missing in the goddamn group chats. You were saying this nigga was better than Jdubb?
Yes, he was, bro.
Bro, I said Chet is good. I said Chet is good enough. I said they could get rid of Jdubb, and I said Chet is to be their second option. I said the only reason why Jdubb is the second option is because Chet got hurt. I still stand by that. I
mean, did you see what your boy Chet did yesterday on the offensive side?
Chet can't score. He great defensive player.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he says, I'll give it to you. I mean, nigga, as tall, as lanky as you is, you better swat something.
But I think his instincts is crazy too. He got crazy instincts.
But better overall player than Jdubb?
No, hell,
I don't know about that.
Jdubb looks like a bigger Jaylen Brown. He's like a buff ass Donovan Mitchell bodied Jaylen Brown. Like if Jaylen Brown was built like Donovan Mitchell, it'll be Jdubb.
Yeah, man. I don't know
about
that, my boy.
Like in terms of, because you know Jaylen Brown kind of skinny in that 6'6", 6'7" frame, and Donovan Mitchell is big in that 6'1" frame. Jdubb.
Nah, I ain't gonna hold you, Chris. This Brown. That nigga Chet Holmgren had a triple single game 1. I don't know about that, dog.
Look, didn't Chet go like 4 for 15 last night?
Right, bro. Dang, Chet has some bad moments. He also has some good moments in this series offensively that you refuse.
Yes, moments. But Chris, I will say this.
But there is no point where I thought that his impact was more than what Jdubb was doing.
Facts.
I've never.
Especially Jdubb play defense too.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like we act like that Jalen Williams ain't a two-way player that's still dropping 20.
Mm-hmm. I'm starting to think that the Thunder need a third guy. They need to go get a third guy.
Great.
I mean, I feel like Chet can be that, but he's just.
It's okay that he's not though.
It is.
I'm not.
Not finna diminish Chet to just some role.
Nah, see, you thinking I'm doing?
No, we're not trying to diminish him to a role, but like as far as just if we want to put it is like who I'm trying to get the ball to score is clearly finna go Shea, then Jdubb, then Chet in that order.
I don't really want to get about the shit right
But
now.
I'm just saying, I'm just saying that you
but I'm saying,
I'm just talking about you talking about
not right
now,
now, yeah.
Right now, talking about who's in the starting lineup. That's the pecking order. But shit, we've seen even in other series, Isaiah Hartenstein was outplaying him on simple pick and rolls and alley oops. So
I think they need like a bench scorer. They need like a Jamal Crawford type or something like that come off the bench.
Who is Aaron?
And you know, he cool. I like Aaron Wiggins. He just stepped up for them, but I'm saying they need somebody that can handle the ball. Aaron Wiggins don't handle the ball though.
Aaron Wiggins scored more than Chet yesterday.
No, I like Aaron Wiggins, but I'm saying you bring in a guy that's specifically a microwave scorer.
Oh man.
The Thunder are fine. The Thunder are fine.
No, they're not because it's too much on SGA and Jdubb. Sometimes they almost lost.
They're not gonna be able to sustain that, nigga. You got to think about all the moves that's finna get made on all these teams. Yeah, some of them is gonna be irrelevant. Phoenix probably finna blow this shit up depending on where the hell they send KD. I mean, Booker's still gonna be there, but nigga, they not finna be no contenders. I mean, Minnesota's still gonna be Minnesota. Denver's still gonna be Denver. But like a lot of these teams in the West, dog, they finna amp it up. And if OKC think they finna run it back with that same roster, I just don't see it.
Facts.
You can play all the defense in the world, but eventually you're going to have another consistent score. Like
they need another. But Chris, the defense is cool. They need another consistent score. It's clear as day.
Because you got to think about it. Who was the hardest matchup that the Thunder had in this playoff run? It was Denver. But look at how Denver's built. Like, Denver took them niggas to 7 games. They almost lost to another team that was matched up with them last year as the top 3 seed in the West. Like, they can be beat, bro. They just so happen to beat Denver.
Yep.
Because like even with this year, bro, I still think the Clippers or Denver, whichever one would have seen them, could have beat them. They just so happened to beat them, but the second round was they toughest task, bro. That was the hardest teams they had to play.
White boy, I think this is where Chris has kind of got beef. We're not saying Chet can't be their third best player, but we're not sold on him being the third best scorer. He's not there yet. And they almost lost to a team where Haliburton didn't do nothing. And Jdubb and SGA both had over 30. That's not good.
I was just about to say if Jdubb just averages his normal 20 points, they lose that game. Shea did the same thing he does every game. But if Jdubb don't go insane, they lose that game. Why couldn't Chet have 10 of them points?
He too busy covering up Shea Gilgeous-Alexander's no defense out in jail.
Man, as much as Shea be doing everything else, dog, I ain't even gonna trip on that nigga if he want to take a night off.
He has been looking a little shaky at defense. No, so bro, TJ McConnell getting back? No.
We're not gonna hear about that. We're not gonna hear about that because Shea's gonna win a championship beating the Indiana Pacers. But Luka, since he couldn't beat the Boston Celtics, he's a fat slob who doesn't play defense.
Yep, until proven otherwise. So get in better shape, nigga. I like Luka, but hey man, you starting to fall in line. You finna be behind Tatum and SGA now. You better take that personally.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Thunder.
I mean, the Tatum thing I ain't really tripping on because it was just Boston. That was just too much for them niggas. But I ain't gonna kill that nigga for SGA getting ahead of him. It's like shit. He ain't seeing him home. We saw what happened. We always thought that the Thunder was so much better than the Mavericks, but even when that nigga Luka was hurt last year, they still beat him.
This is where I'm gonna give Shea props. Shea's not better really, than Luka, Tatum, or Ant. Not really. He just more consistent.
No, that's
He's
not,
more
bro.
trustworthy.
I was just about to say Shea just does the same thing in the regular season that he does in the playoffs.
I trust him more than all them guys I just named.
Because he's gonna do the same thing. Like, because the way I look at Shea, bro, and it's kind of weird to say it because it's like he ain't a playoff riser because this is the same exact shit he was doing in the regular season, averaging fucking 30. It's the same exact thing.
Facts.
The question about OKC has been who else is gonna come along for the ride,
and that's
and
the thing.
Jdubb finally was this. This was the most consistent series that he's had. He had it at the perfect time.
Facts.
The perfect time.
And it's crazy because when I jumped the gun last year when I was comparing him to Jaylen Brown, and y'all trying to shit on me, and it looks like I'm right. And when I put him over,
you were wrong.
it looks
then.
like I'm right. But see, he was in year 2. He was in year 2.
Congratulations. I mean,
he's in year 3, dropping 40 in the finals. Hey, how old is this nigga? Like 22?
Hey man,
give Chet the same benefit.
He's fumbling. He out there during headlights.
Chet's in year 2.
Year 1.
How about that?
Year 1.
I like Chet, but damn.
Yeah, Jalen Williams, 24 years old.
Oh, he's 24? God damn.
Yeah. This is 3rd year in the league.
Oh, he did multiple years in college. Yeah.
So
damn, so Chet like a baby. Chet like 20?
This is literally Chet's 1st year in the league. I know everybody don't want to keep saying second, but I mean, hey, he didn't play his 1st year because he wanted to try to play real defense.
He played last year.
Played last year.
No.
Yes.
Yes, he did.
Y'all sure? I thought he was hurt last year.
Nah, he played in the finals against the semifinals against the Mavericks.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, you know why you don't remember that.
Nigga said he ain't show up, but he showed up.
He was there. I said, I know why you don't remember, but he was there.
Misuse of company time. Hey. Finding these niggas, man.
Bro, please turn in your key card. Like,
man,
what the hell?
Where you been? Look at him. Hey, dog. You been clocked in for 33 minutes. Like, what you was doing? But yeah, man. Any other takes on this finals? Any legacy talk? Coaches? Real quick, coaches. Mark Daigneault felt like he has been terrible. It took him 4 games to go back to his regular starting lineup, man. Crazy. And all of a sudden, they ain't lost the game since. Crazy. But yeah, Mark Daigneault, I thought you was a great coach. You good.
I mean, I think he just tried to, switch up, how you want to play him. But that was kind of wild. You ain't even go with your starting lineup 1 game to see if it was going to work.
Yeah.
You ain't give them niggas 1 game to see if they can figure it out.
Niggas say, you checkers versus chess. This nigga trying to play pot show. This nigga playing a whole bunch of games without that shit even being necessary at the time.
Man, that nigga was bringing out card games, Uno, all type of shit.
Anybody have any other takes on the finals?
So
it's Haliburton, you tried, dog. That's all I can say.
Haliburton not gonna get a. What do you think this does for Haliburton then if they lose?
Put him right back where he was at, where he belonged. More so ready to play in the damn league.
If he did, just goes out the window.
Yes, because now everybody's watching.
I mean, it goes out the window more or less because he didn't win the MVP. So it's one thing if he would have won it, but since he didn't, it's kind of like the Jaylen Brown and the Jason Tatum effect, bro. That's kind of what it feels like.
It's like, yeah, Tatum got a championship, but does he really? Like, for a superstar to win a championship and you ain't get the conference finals or finals MVP, it's like you damn near got a role player ring.
Stop it. So that's how Curry. No way he said that about Curry, bro. Be for real.
Everybody knew Curry ass was supposed to get it. That's why.
Yeah, that's the difference, though. We knew that Curry was supposed to get it. Andre, like, nigga, and that yeah, hell no.
When KD got him them 2 rings, so those rings don't count for Curry?
They count, but we knew that KD was the clear-cut best player on that team.
But
wasn't nobody saying that about Andre Iguodala.
That's what I'm saying, bro. DJ talking about it don't count because he not getting MVPs and he's supposed to be a superstar.
Tatum has no individual accolades, bro. He don't have no finals MVP. He don't got no regular season MVP. He don't got no conference finals MVP. Curry still got like how many MVPs?
Don't he got 2?
At least 2
MVPs. Then he got he didn't he get the Western Conference Finals MVP? He got a Finals MVP. Don't compare that nigga to no damn Curry, man. Sorry. Tatum ain't got no.
He got a bunch of All NBAs.
That's cool. So does Siakam.
Hey, I'm telling you, I'm not top 5 power forward, but you don't.
Yeah, you was crazy.
This would elevate. Yeah, I was crazy. You don't think that would elevate how we see Pascal Siakam? And we're not saying, well, Tyrese Haliburton was playing with Pascal Siakam, who was a Finals MVP.
Unfortunately, Chris Dever told you we don't care about Siakam. Glad, man. No offense, we don't care about Siakam, bro. It sucks to say that. Some players we just don't care about, bro. We not gonna care about Siakam. If people acting like they gonna care about Siakam, they fake as hell. We not gonna care about Siakam, bro.
Y'all are lying.
we not doing it.
Y'all are lying. Anybody? When the last nigga used her and say, "Oh yeah, but that nigga Pascal Siakam, my favorite player."
Yeah, come on, man. Let's stop it. Y'all remember when I said, bro? Y'all correct me if I'm wrong, but haven't I been saying Siakam was better than Haliburton?
Yes.
And nobody gave a damn when I said it.
I mean, shit. It wasn't like I said you was wrong, but it's just like, nigga, hey, I mean, it's a lot of It's a lot of times. It's a lot of niggas on that team that'll have a better game than that nigga. It ain't like this is nothing new.
Ray said you were wrong.
Aces is a team effort, so we not gonna single out Siakam like that. We just seen McConnell. We done seen Neesmith this playoffs. We done seen Mathurin this playoffs. We done seen like 4-5 different role players save a game in this one playoff run.
I feel like if Indiana wins this championship, then we're gonna say, "Oh my gosh, they were such a good deep team, and they were this and that." But if they lose, it's the Thunder beat the Pacers. So what is it?
Wait, what are you talking about?
No, we can't do that because the Pacers made the conference finals last year. Nope, we can't do that. It ain't the Pacers' fault that it ain't the Thunder fault that the Pacers beat the Knicks and the Knicks beat the damn Celtics. Celtics should have did something. Cavs should have did something. Well, the Cavs was hurt too.
See, but we discrediting the Pacers is what I'm saying. We just saying, they just got here. We're not saying they're a good team. Do you not think they're a good deep team?
I'm not saying they're not a good team. I ain't saying that at all. I mean,
I'm not
you don't make it to 2 Eastern Conference Finals for no reason.
I said they got the best role players. Yeah, basically. I'm saying you can't discredit the OKC Thunder if they win because it's the Pacers. Because the Pacers literally made it here last year. Yeah. Well, made it to the conference finals last year.
That's all.
So full credit. You trying to knock shade because you was a hater.
I ain't trying to knock shade. I'm trying to say they shouldn't knock. I'm saying no one should complain about them beating the Pacers because everybody. If the Pacers,
you more worried about what the hell we gonna say about Haliburton more or less the Pacers if they lose. That's what the narrative's gonna be. Ain't nobody gonna say shit if the Pacers lose. Everybody gonna point to that light skin nigga.
Yep, everybody gonna be like Haliburton. You.
That's exactly what. Nobody is gonna point to anybody else on that team because Pascal Siakam did what he was supposed to do, and everybody looks at all them other players as exactly what they are: role players. They are a team of role players, people that do their job.
That the game 4 is the reason why Shai Gilgeous-Alexander will have an NBA championship. The Pacers blowing that was it. I do not think they'll win the championship just because they blew game 4 like they did. And that's partially on Haliburton. Mostly on Haliburton. You are the point guard. When you have a lead like that, that is up to you to get them. You're supposed to be the superstar point guard. You get them home. You get them that 3-1 lead. You bring a chip to Indiana.
Yeah. I'm happy. That's all I'm saying. Because I told y'all, bro. I feel so vindicated, bro, because everybody just paid me. I'm like, bro, and it's so crazy. This nigga was hitting dagger after dagger, series after series. I don't think I would want it any other way to expose this man in the NBA Finals.
Stop it, bro. You wanted him out in the first round.
That nigga DJ was praying Damian Lillard was gonna come back from that blood clot.
Yeah, but him going so much sweeter.
But see,
I ain't gonna stop. That set the tone.
Him losing in the first round wouldn't have been enough for DJ. That's just the first round.
It wouldn't be.
Nah, the fact that he made it all the way to the finals, made it all the way to June. Oh, this is just so bittersweet.
And what we need to say before we start wrapping this up.
Yeah.
Now he's going. If the Pacers don't win this year, now the expectations for next year. Oh, I can't wait till he crumble under those. Because now we finna have to actually think about the Pacers next year. We can't just say, "Oh, no, going to 2 conference finals and the finals, that shit ain't no fluke." So we're gonna have to have expectations for them going to next year, and I don't think they'll live up to it because I still think they not a top 4 team in the East next year. Well, they might be top 4, but
they might be top 4, nigga. I ain't gonna hold you. When you really just think about the East, I mean, of course, the only two teams I think about that might get better just off the rip is Orlando and Detroit. But other than that, nigga,
Pacers making the conference finals again next year. Let's just go and jump out the window.
You say what?
No.
Y'all think they making the conference finals? You said no, Chris?
No.
They make the conference finals again, white boy?
I feel like they could.
Man,
so if they don't, would you look at them different?
No.
It depends on how they lose. First, like it can't be no first round exit. Second of all, and if it can't be no fluky ass second round. Like it's got to be competitive. Like I can't be sitting here talking about all these turnovers and dumbass mistakes, and mainly Tyrese Haliburton just not doing what he's supposed to do. It's one thing like if you lose and you doing what you're supposed to do, but when you lose and you doing all this extra shit, turning over the ball and doing all this dumb stuff, can't get by a defender to save your life. That's terrible. Like that's the main thing. Like he can't get by nobody to pull off a shot until it's the last play of the game. He can't hit a step back until the last play of the game.
Told y'all. So
I don't know.
What's the expectations? What's the expectations for him next year? I want to see what the ball, because we don't never have a clear bar for this nigga, man. What is gonna be the bar for him?
The thing about it is, bro, you can't really set a bar on somebody that ain't that type of superstar for that team. Like you really got to just ask that he get you his normal 20 and 10,
That's
and
what
just
I
hope that he can be. Hold on. You have to for the regular season. You have to hope that he can get you at least his regular 20 and 10, but he needs to at least give me an extra 5 points and be aggressive. Like it comes to a time, bro. Like we done seen some of the best point guards in the world that play just like him. When it's crunch time, we done seen them be aggressive, nigga. I'm talking about back to the 90s, even when that shit was frowned upon. When a facilitating point guard seen it, it was time to turn it up, they turned it up. And just think about just the old guard, Chris Paul, Rondo. Think about today, LaMelo, people that Trae Young, niggas that turn it up when it's time to turn it up. They might, take a back seat to get everybody else involved, but it comes to a point, bro, like you are making the big bucks. Get us home.
Thank you. You hear this, Chris?
That's my biggest criticism on him in game 4. They were up. He had the ball. He had the chance to control the game. He didn't do it.
But he needs to do that all the time. I'm not just talking about game 4. I need that from him all the time.
So that's what I'm saying. But I'm just trying to see, because this is what I don't like. So y'all see how certain guys will only get praised when stuff goes right, but when stuff goes bad, we really don't care. Tyrese Haliburton has put his hat in the conversation to where we care whether it's good or bad now. Now, if it's bad, we go be looking at you. Like when he was playing bad this year, and I kept coming on here like, say, man, this nigga stinking it up, bro. He ain't doing this. He ain't doing. Nobody really cared because everybody was like, man, this Tyrese Haliburton. We really ain't got no expectations for them. We woo. Now, next year, it ain't gonna be none of that.
Man, it's with him. He's a unicorn, bro. That's all I can say. Just because of the way he plays and the way that team is, and the way that team is built.
Season, he can do whatever he wants.
Y'all being so soft, man.
No,
so
it's not that. It's literally okay.
So he ain't no superstar. He ain't no superstar.
I never said the fuck he was.
Okay. So that's how we going with it.
But the only reason why I say that is because it's like he's not that. Like he's the only nigga that's a top paid player in the league on his team that we don't look at to be a number one scoring option on his team. He's literally the only nigga in the league that is like that. Like, if you look across who are the top paid players on teams across the league, nobody else is getting that pass because they can't get that pass.
Do you think
my thing is,
he's
go
the
ahead.
player on the Pacers though?
You said
The
what?
most what?
Most important player on the most valuable, most important player on the Pacers.
The only reason why people say that is because he's a true facilitator. But
I was just gonna say
again,
last night
he's the
they
only
did.
one that gets a pass when he's not aggressive because of everybody else around him. Trae Young don't get that pass. LaMelo don't get that pass. Ant don't get that pass. Luka don't get that pass. Tatum don't get that pass. Joker don't get that pass. Shit, Harden now and with the Clippers since Kawhi had been gone for so long, they don't get that pass. When you are the nigga on the team making the big bucks, you generally are the one that's criticized the most. But because of the way that the Pacers are built and the way that, like, really, if we just gonna keep it a buck, bro, Tyrese Haliburton for what he does, I mean, yeah, he's the facilitator, but, and I hate to be counting people's pockets, he's really overpaid for what he does. Siakam
I was just gonna say
Siakam should really be the top paid player on that team.
Okay.
Because it's like the impact that he's having is not LaMelo type impact. It's not Chris Paul type impact. It's not these new traditional facilitating. Like even Luka, bro, he's averaging triple doubles, but we're so awed by his scoring, we forget this nigga's really out here getting triple doubles.
I was just to say, to piggyback on that, you can't say you the most important if you ain't getting the buckets, man. You had 120-point game in the finals. No, I'm not doing. No, we're not doing it. At the end of the day, you got to put the ball in the basket. Everything is cool.
I mean,
Facilitating is cool.
I feel like you can say
you got to do both. Luka will give you 30, 10, and 10.
I feel like two things can be true though. I feel like that he can be the most important player just because of the facilitating part. But clearly, Pascal Siakam is the best player on that team.
I agree. Okay. I agree with that statement. Yep. I agree with that statement. That's what I feel about him.
But is importance gonna be what puts checks in pockets?
I think his importance is overrated. We literally seen it. Like you damn near just was saying he didn't need to play.
When you say that.
No, hold on, real quick, Chris.
Him hard are just as good as him. Then you saying doing too much. Then you're really undervaluing him.
No, I'm saying they collection of role players are so good. He gets to skate by not scoring as much as I think a star should. Just because you facilitate don't mean you shouldn't score more. That's what I'll be trying to get people to understand. Facilitating is good. It's cool. But you also knew when you needed a bucket, Chris Paul was going to get to that midi.
Yeah, and he did it in the fourth quarter. Like he took the shots, like he took his shots that came to him throughout the game. Don't get me wrong. But when it came time to close the game, like it wasn't just no one clutch shot. He was going to that mid-range and hitting multiple middies. He was going to the rim. That's the most recent version of Chris Paul we saw with the Suns. Like that's what he was doing.
And he would do it all throughout the game in the first quarter.
Every game.
To stop a run, I'm finna hit a midi because they making a little run and I need to bring us back in the first quarter.
Yeah, like especially if they on the road, like let me shut these niggas up real quick and hit this midi on them.
Haliburton let his role players do that part.
Mm-hmm. And that's just another thing. Like Haliburton just ain't got that aggressive, like he ain't got that dog in him to do that. Like he just ain't got that in him. Like he'll have his games where he do go off, but to consistently do that, like I don't never see that from him. Like even in game two, I was like, because they lost the first game in the second game they won OKC. I seen them playing a little defense. I'm like, oh, okay.
Lost the second.
Oh, they lost the second.
No, they won the first game. They won game 2, right?
Yeah, they lost game 2, won game 1.
Then that was game 3 then. That was game 3 then, and I'm thinking about that's my bad. I actually seen the nigga playing a little defense, like actually putting some real effort on defense. I'm like, okay, you do this every game.
Yes.
He might turn out, but it's like the shit that he does, like it ain't consistent. Like he pick a game like, okay, I'm gonna be aggressive. Like, no, nigga, this is the NBA Finals. I need you to give me that every night. every day. You can't pick, oh, I need to play defense this day and just go off scoring. But then next game, I'm going to try to be a little more passive. Like, no, keep that same energy.
Okay, final thoughts, because I'm going to need this to be under 130 so we can automatically clip. Last final thoughts on this finals.
It was a lot better than I think people thought it was going to be.
Yep, it's a great basketball, great games each game. Under in 6, like I originally said, though. I think now I wouldn't be surprised if Pacers win tomorrow or Thursday. I would not.
Okay, white boy. They don't win tomorrow. It'll be the Thursday. Sorry.
Yeah, it's on Thursday.
Yeah, Thursday.
I mean, like I said, I wasn't one of them people that had Haliburton and no upper echelons or nothing. I'm still trying to figure out how these people that had him overrated had him rated. Because if that's the case, then I'm just going to be the first to say you rated him wrong. And yeah, I mean, but now he is going to get criticized more, and he is just going to have to step it up a little bit more. I mean, it's set now, bro. Like, you'd have been to 2 Eastern Conference Finals in a row. So I don't want to hear nothing about, Milwaukee this, wherever they're coming back. No, beat them.
Am I tripping for thinking about this title for SGA is like Giannis' title, first title against the Suns? This is what this finals remind me of. When it was Phoenix versus the Bucks, when it's like, we finna feel different about somebody for the rest of their career after this final.
Found some shit I love to do, so I can live comfortable. Searching for a peace of mind, need that when it's time to rhyme. Perfect in every line, any chance I get, and I know it takes time, but I will never quit.